Your card gets declined, 417 short. The cashier waits. You feel your face go hot before you even process why. Zero credit card debt. Not because you paid it off, because you don't have one yet. You're 20. A mailer arrives offering your first card, $500 limit, 24.9% APR, printed in text small enough that nobody reads it. You sign anyway. Everyone has one. How bad could it be? The first swipe is for gas. The second is for a jacket you didn't need. By week 3, the limit doesn't feel like a limit anymore. It feels like money that showed up from nowhere. The first truth? At $0, credit card debt isn't dangerous because you don't have any yet. It's dangerous because nobody warned you how fast nowhere runs out. The bill arrives, $340. You pay the minimum, $25, and watch the balance barely move. You don't understand why yet. You will. $500 in debt. The card is maxed. You apply for a second one to get some breathing room, a phrase you'll hear yourself repeat for years without noticing how absurd it is. 2 cards now. 2 minimum payments. 2 due dates you track in your head because writing them down makes it too real. You start paying late by a day, then 3, then a full billing cycle. The late fee stacks on top of the interest that's already stacking on top of the balance you can't remember spending. Your friend asks if you want to split a trip. You say yes before checking your balance because saying no out loud feels worse than the debt itself. The second truth, at $1,500, debt doesn't feel like a crisis. It feels like an inconvenience you're managing. You are not managing it. It's managing you quietly, 1 minimum payment at a time. $5,000. 3 cards now. You've stopped opening the banking app's notification the second it buzzes because you already know what it says before you look. You transfer a balance to a card with 0% intro APR, relieved like you found a loophole. You didn't. You found a countdown. 12 months, then the real rate kicks in on whatever's left. You start Googling things at night you never thought you'd Google. Is debt consolidation a scam? How bad is my credit score really? Can they actually take your car for credit card debt? Most of the answers scare you more than the questions did. Your card gets declined at a gas station, not because the card is maxed exactly, it's $3 under the limit. Some algorithm flagged the transaction. The person behind you sighs audibly. You apologize to a stranger for a machine's mistake and drive home with less gas than you needed. The third truth, at $5,000, you're no longer managing 3 cards. You're managing 3 separate versions of dread, each with its own due date. $12,000. The number stops feeling like something you did and starts feeling like something that's happening to you. You calculate the minimum payments across everything, $340 a month, just to keep the balances from growing, not paying them down, just keeping them from getting worse. That distinction used to feel abstract. Now it's the only math you actually understand. Your credit score drops below 600. A car loan you were counting on gets denied. The loan officer doesn't say the word risky out loud, but the rejection letter does the talking for him. You stop telling people the real number when they ask how you're doing. Tight becomes your answer for everything. A word doing the work of a sentence you don't have the energy to say. You skip a payment for the first time, not because you forgot, because there simply wasn't enough. The late fee and the penalty APR arrive together, like the system was waiting for exactly this moment to raise the price of being poor. The fourth truth, at $12,000, credit card debt stops being a financial problem. It becomes a full-time, unpaid, exhausting second job you never applied for. $20,000. You do something you swore you never would. You call a debt relief company advertised at 2 a.m. between infomercials. The person on the phone is kind in a way that feels rehearsed, and you can't tell if that makes it better or worse. You learn what the average interest rate actually costs over time. Thousands of dollars paid for the privilege of paying yourself back slowly. The number makes you want to throw your phone across the room. Your relationship takes the hit next. Not a fight exactly. Just a long, tired conversation where someone finally says the number out loud, and the room goes quiet in a way that has nothing to do with anger and everything to do with fear. You start selling things, not big things, small things. things you barely notice missing until months later. The extra $80 here and there feels meaningless against $20,000, but doing something, anything, feels less unbearable than doing nothing. The fifth truth: $20,000 is where the debt stops being about the purchases you remember and starts being entirely about the interest you didn't. $30,000. You finally build a real plan, the kind you avoided for 2 years because looking at the full number felt like it might break something in you. You order every balance from highest interest to lowest and attack the top one with everything extra you can find while paying only minimums on the rest. It's slower than you want. It's also the first time in years the number has moved in the right direction. You cut a subscription, then another, then start cooking instead of ordering. Small decisions that used to feel pointless and now feel like the only lever you actually control. A collector calls about the account you defaulted on before you started the plan. You answer this time instead of letting it go to voicemail and negotiate a settlement, embarrassed and relieved in the same breath. The sixth truth: at $30,000, you're not paying off debt anymore. You're paying off 2 years of decisions made by someone who didn't yet understand what interest actually does. $40,000. The plan is working, technically, but working feels like the wrong word for something this slow. Progress here isn't a number going down fast, it's a number going down at all. You get your first "congratulations, your credit score increased" notification in years. It's a small number, 12 points, but you stare at it longer than it deserves, because it's proof the direction changed even if the destination is still far away. You start saying no to things without apologizing for it. A dinner you can't afford, a trip your friends are planning, a new phone that isn't broken. The version of you from 3 years ago would not recognize how easy this has become. The seventh truth: at $40,000, the hardest part isn't the math anymore. It's staying disciplined long enough for math that's slow to actually feel like it's working. $50,000. You pay off the last of it on an ordinary Tuesday, transferring the final amount with a click that feels smaller than the moment deserves. You stare at a $0 balance for the first time in 6 years and wait for the relief to hit like fireworks. It doesn't. It arrives quiet instead, like a weight you'd carried so long you forgot your shoulders could sit differently. You still remember the Ford 17 decline. You remember the mailer with the 24.9% APR nobody reads. You remember thinking a credit card was just a tool, not a countdown. Somewhere right now, someone is signing up for their first card, reading none of the fine print, feeling like nothing bad could possibly come from a $500 limit. They don't know yet that $500 was never the real number. The real number was whatever they'd let it become before anyone taught them to stop. You are the same person at every balance. The only thing that changed was how long you let the interest run before you looked,